All right, welcome back to Boring Reviews. Nick here.
Jodi there.
And we are back and excited to react to some more.
I was going to say McFull again.
Mickey. No.
Michael McIntyre.
McIntyre is how it's spelled. But yes,
Did not how it's said.
And we're checking out Spray Tan Fail. And I'm guessing this has got a compilation of stuff because look like there's little chapters in there. But maybe it's all about the spray tan fail. I can proudly say I've never had a spray tan.
Me actually
or any kind
either.
of tanning salon stuff.
Oh, no, I can't say that. I definitely, in my youth, went to tanning beds until I realized how terrible they are for you. And so I stopped. But that was my teenage years.
I have no idea. I'm nodding, but I don't really know. But I'm sure you're right.
But I don't get spray tans now. I'm just pale.
You pale in comparison to someone who's pale. How about that? And so, can't wait to see what he has to say about it. I'm sure he has a comical, somewhat hilarious take on it. If you like our reaction to this anyway, please don't forget to
like this video. I've got a hair right here. Sorry. Like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell so you can be aware of our next uploaded videos. Whenever I hear spray tans, I always think of Friends and the episode where Ross gets that spray tan and he counts like 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, and then he gets sprayed again.
Does they say like 2 4s on an 8 or 2
yes.
5s on a 10? I can't remember.
One side is completely white, the other side is
You're such an idiot about it. Just stay in one spot, you goof.
It's like, you don't want me to count Mississippi?
Mississippi? All right, so we're going to check this out. Thank you so much for watching. Did we do the whole like and subscribe thing?
We did, Nick. You were just too busy, like, fixing your thing.
I'm fixing it. Okay, here we go.
I'll tell you what's really bugging me at the moment is people who have the same name that is spelled completely differently. I'm so sorry for all of you people, and I know there are many in this room tonight. It's such an odd, unnecessary waste of your life. Like Sarah with an H, or Sarah without an H. Sarah without an H is pronounced like this. Sarah. And with an H, Sarah.
I agree.
Sarah spent the whole of her life going, Sarah, with an H, that's with an H. Is that with an H? No, there's no H. Sorry, there's an H, you put an H, there's no H, there's actually no H. What a waste of life. Like Stuart with a...
Okay, I'm sorry, I just had to say, I was born into that. Our last name. I'm not going to say our last name, even though people I'm sure know it.
It's not my fault
but
that
I always have to be like...
the Danes and the Swedes couldn't figure out how to spell Peterson.
With an O-N.
I just said I don't care.
Oh, but what I will say is that my name is never spelled correctly, even by my own father. I'm like, hello, it's not that hard. But yes, so I'm always the one in the doctor's office or over the phone spelling it. Anyway, both names, first and last name. Blah.
Absolutely.
Sorry, there's an H, you put an H, there's no H, there's actually no H. What a waste of life. Like Stuart with a W is pronounced like this. Stuart. Without a W, Stuart. What are we doing? It's not like it's, what's your name? Stuart. Stuart. And you are? Stuart. Stuart. And this is my wife, Sarah. Stuart and Sarah. Have you met Stuart? This is Stuart. Come and meet the others. It's Stephen and Stepan. Do say hello. This is Stuart and Sarah. Stephen and Stepan. Oh, if it isn't Jeff and Geoff, join the party.
Yes.
Jeff and Geoff, and your wives Jill and Gil. Jeff, I forget who's with who. Jill is with Geoff and Jeff is with Jill. This is Stuart, Stephen, Stepan and Sarah. This is the 3 Shauns. Do join the party. We've got Shaun, Scene, and Shaun. Come on in. Shaun, Scene, and Shaun. This is Stuart, Stephen, Stepan, Jeff, Geoff, Jill, Gil, and Sarah. What a waste of life.
What a waste of life.
Why bother?
You all got to be different.
Just continue applauding if you have one of these names that comes with a little story. You poor things. Suffering. What's your name? Hannah. With an H. Yes.
Yes.
Hannah with an H. Oh, at the end.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
I thought you'd been unnecessarily explaining the spelling of your name. It's like me going Michael with an N.
I hope so.
Who else? What's your name? Wayne. Everyone's laughing because there's only one way to spell it. But let's see what your parents decided to do. W-A-I-N.
Never seen that before.
That's just a massive error. You need to change it. Why would you do that?
I've never heard of that one.
The one that's really annoyed me, and this has literally annoyed me since I was like a toddler, is when people take a photo and they go, say cheese, and everyone goes, cheese. Why are we behaving like that? That is not how people say cheese. This is how people say cheese. Cheese. What's wrong with all of us? You're not in the supermarket pushing the trolley. Excuse me, mate, do you work here? I'm looking for the cheese.
I want to go do that.
I think it's all four for cheese. You want salt and vinegar or cheese and onion? Pathetic. Here's some advice. I don't even know if this is true. It's more of a tip. My sister told me there's apparently models who make a living out of looking good in photos. They don't say cheese. They say prune, 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 because it makes them pout. Prune. Try it. I know you're dying to.
I can't.
Slightly awkward. Obviously, I meant the women. It's a pouting thing. So these blokes go, prune. I don't think I do pout enough in my photos. Prune. Yeah, models do that. They're very arrogant, aren't they, models? It's actually one of those runway things the other day, the way they walk. It's the most obnoxious walk I think I've ever seen anyone do. And they sort of thrust. Check me out, yeah. Let's be honest, none of us would ever have the arrogance to walk like that in public. That's not actually strictly true. We all walk like that when we get a strike in 10-pin bowling. It's one of the oddest moments in life. Doesn't matter who you are, you can be the hardest bloke on earth as you select the ball, walk down the lane in your normal walk, throw it down, do that leg thing for no reason at all. If they all fall down, you're suddenly the campest man on earth. Well, who's the king of bowling, eh? It's me. Boom! Complete personality shift in one strike. I wouldn't have remembered that prune thing if it wasn't for my wife. She actually remembered it. She banked it in her mind to use it. And it was a little bit of a disaster. We went to one of these like red carpet things and have all these photographers. She's got a new dress on and everything. She decided to bring out the prune, but got it completely wrong. She said plum. Plum is a different fruit, beginning with P, and it ruined her face. She looked like she was smelling something awful. She was standing there going, plum. Plum. It's like a whole bank of photographers. I heard them like, what are you doing? I'm doing that model thing, plum. It's like, no, it's prune. Now I'm pouting. There's actually a photo online of me going, prune. I thought it was plum. That's not the worst. Once I went to like this, it was like the BAFTAs or something, it was a big awards thing, and I got all dressed up, and I wore my glasses because I thought it looked cool, and my wife approved it. She's like, yes, they're very cool in your glasses, I'll wear these. She got a beautiful new dress, we went down red carpet, flash bulbs everywhere, signing autographs, famous people, and then you sort of pose for your like official photo. Here we are, we've arrived. And I went online the next day to see the photo they used, and I've got to tell you, when I saw it, I nearly threw up. I was as shocked as you're about to be when I saw this photo of me. I looked really angry. I was standing there like this, going like that. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh my God, someone's obviously photoshopped this. They've doctored it. It was all over the internet. I never did that. Why would I do that? I'm not insane. Who would go to the BAFTAs and just go f*** off to all the press? Also, I don't do that. That's not something I'm not a finger flicker, you know. You can probably sense it's not something that comes particularly natural to me. I don't even know how people do it. Do you start early and then bring it into play? Or you just sort of reveal it? Yes, I don't like you. Because people do it to me, rude people, in the car. I think it reflects badly on my driving. Sometimes they drive past me and just leave their finger out the window. For as long as you can see me. Cough. So I phoned up my publicist. I said, look, somebody hates me. They've doctored these photos. It's all over the internet. I was livid. I wanted to take legal action. So we demanded to see all the original photos to prove that this has happened to me. And very unexpectedly, it turned out to be my fault. Didn't see it coming. I was pushing my glasses up. Seriously. What kind of an idiot? Wow. I have to say the photos did look quite funny. There's me sort of standing there. With my wife next to me.
Oh my God,
because, you know, it would have been a big night. We don't go out very often. but when we do, you know, it's a grand occasion, especially for her. I mean, I marvel at all of you women and what you go through on a big night out, planning in advance, booking blow dries. She goes off for a blow dry and she comes back completely unrecognizable. It's huge big hair. You get the nails done, the tanning, lots of tanning going on. Not all of you are very good at it, I don't want to be mean, but you have to tan your entire body. That's an essential part of trying to convince people you've been abroad. Some people sort of leave their feet. You need to tan all the way over the feet. And people come up to them going, oh, you look well, you been away, somewhere nice? In your socks? But the spray tan is good, that actually works quite well. My wife's had some spray tans. It's a very odd process though. They spray her like a very dark mahogany, a colour that no human being has ever been, right? And then she has to wait like 24 hours, and then you wash off the mahogany, and then she's a beautiful golden brown colour. But this 24-hour period, well, it's difficult. It's difficult for the whole family. Because she stinks as well. She's a little stinking, mahogany, blow-dried woman walking around. The children don't know who it is. Daddy, who that stinky, dark lady downstairs? That's your mother. That's not mummy. I don't like that lady. She smells. Dark lady smells. Mahogany mummy, I don't like her. Please, I don't want her to read me story. Also, it's all terrible because it comes off and like she'll stain, she'll touch soft furnishings and clothing and literally leave brown stains on them. And it's led to literally the most distressing mornings of my entire life. You know when you wake up in the morning and you haven't yet adjusted to the day? I sort of look over and she shut the bed.
I know this is a great tan,
I don't know, I just remember that.
If I'm honest, that's probably not the first thing I think. The first thing I do is confirm it's not me. Okay.
Thank goodness.
There's none on my side. Darling, wake up, look at me. I'm just going to come straight out with this because it's bad, okay? You're very sick. You're a very sick woman. I'm so sorry. We can't go out tonight. You've done a shit in your sleep. It's everywhere. It's even under your face. I'm not even sure how that's happened. The children are coming in. Mahogany, Mum, I'm going to put her in the bed. Just get out and close the door. But of course, then she washes it off, and she's a beautiful golden brown, you know, to go with the blow dry, pow, and the nails, da. That's before she's even got dressed yet. Women getting dressed, it's an extraordinary procedure. Everything, she needs privacy. Lots of privacy. I'm getting ready now, just leave me alone. But of course, men never want to leave women alone when they're getting dressed, when there's some kind of nakedness involved. We will always be lingering, lurking. It's the privilege of every husband and boyfriend. I'm always lurking, you know, when my wife's getting dressed.
Not that look.
They'd be lying in bed looking at the laptop, but just leaning across. Can you just piss off? I'm getting dressed. I'm not looking, I'm just... What pants are you wearing? Just piss off! Because it's fun to watch a girl getting dressed. Not all of it, I'm not going to lie to you. There are aspects of a woman getting dressed that have decidedly mixed results. Tights, for example, is a very 50-50 affair. The first half is quite, I would say, almost erotic, a very enjoyable spectator sport. The lower leg, let's focus on the lower leg for now. Sort of pointed toe, delicately scrunch up the tight, glide it neatly over the lower leg. Lovely. Glide it over the other one. Lovely. Marvellous. But once the tights reach the halfway point, this is where I suggest you leave the room, okay? Because some shit goes on after that. Sometimes you just tug at a crotch for like half an hour. And just when you think it's over, she carries on. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Jesus, what are we doing up here now? You start walking around like a baby taking their first steps. Sometimes she looks in the mirror and goes, no, these aren't right. Don't do it again!
It's so true.
Mixed results. Like high heels as well. Amazing when stationary. Sometimes you just stand there. What do you think of these new shoes, Michael? They're nice, aren't they? Oh my God. Those shoes are incredible. Yeah, I just bought them. They're really nice. I really like them. No, seriously, you look incredible in those shoes. I can't believe you married me. You're gorgeous. Come to me. Come to your husband. All right. You know what? I'll come to you. Let's not spoil this. Jesus Christ.
Oh my gosh, I love Michael. He is my favorite. My favorite. Please let us know if he's ever coming to Vegas because
I'm sure he's got to be.
He's my favorite.
Seems like he's everywhere, like on TV, game shows, all that kind of stuff these days.
I know. Now I want to personally go look up all these photos of him
flipping them off.
That and the plum.
He kind of gave away, if it went that far. Maybe he's just part of the act, but he kind of gave away a little bit of like his celebrity power play right there.
I demand to see.
We demanded all the negatives to see what's going on because we're gonna sue you, all this kind of stuff. And I get it. Like I'm assuming that's going.
You wouldn't want that photo.
But at the same time, we always hear about how, like in the UK, things are a lot more liberal and relaxed. They don't worry about that kind of stuff. Middle finger doesn't seem like that big of a deal, but maybe still with celebrities, there's that.
Well, and you have to
double
know
standard
that some press is going to find the absolute worst photo of you to put out there.
If they don't, they should get fired.
Some are going to put really, really nice ones depending on where it's going, the type of magazine, but some are going to put out the very worst one.
And as far as like human nature goes, I hate that about tabloids or about newspapers, but at the same time, business sense, you just got to because that stuff sells.
Yes.
Whatever it is about us just can't wait for that train wreck, that stuff absolutely sells. So you'd be stupid not to. But it's just, this guy's just crazy.
I love
his whole like movements that he does. I wouldn't put him on the same level as Lee Evans, but he's really, really close to just being able to make things funnier just by his facial expressions, just his movements that he does. And I was wrong. This wasn't a compilation. This was one whole thing where they just added.
That's awesome.
They added the chapters in there because that's another way you can know. I wasn't even thinking about that. But great.
All I have to say is even though we've already seen the spray tan bit, and the tights, it still had me like dying. Like my eye is still watering on the side because it was just hilarious. But because it's so true with the tights. I mean, it's such a like nice little delicate, but then when you're over the knees, it's like whoop. And then when he's like, it's still going up. It's so true.
I have not been a wife putting on tights lurker yet in my life, so maybe I'll have to check it out. Usually I'm just watching TV or doing other things.
I have to say I was distracted when we were talking. I was like, oh my gosh, why don't you ever like play this game? And then I realized, oh no, this was the coaster I got.
I don't have the console that plays that.
But I got him a bunch of coasters like several years ago that look like these vintage Nintendo games.
The question is, why don't I use them? Because these ones have never been used.
Seriously.
Metroid, Super Mario 2, Duck Hunt. I just use the top one, Excite Bike.
I know, and I should know better because I always use Donkey Kong.
Yeah, that one's a little beat up.
I know, because
it's a coaster.
Yep.
So, we hope you enjoyed our reaction to this Michael McIntyre video. If you did, please don't forget to hit that like button. Please subscribe if you have not done so. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.
Goodbye.